How you doing today, Tiffany?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. And how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is your health issue or health problem that you do have?
I have a fractured spine and a fractured pelvis, excuse me. And I also have metal plates and screws in my ankles, so I often have a lot of pain and discomfort. So that's what
And how did you get metal in your ankles? Did you have to have an operation, or what was the reason for that?
No, I actually was in a car accident in 2003.
Okay. So, how did you learn about the Ion product that you use?
My best friend's father-in-law, he actually introduced me to the whole Ion pad for my back because we were cooking for Easter dinner.
Right.
And after we finished cooking and everything was done, my back was throbbing, and I just kept complaining, like, and I'm very natural, so I don't like to take medications. I do.
And you're talking about Freddie Burton, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm very well, I try to be very natural. I don't like to take a lot of medications or, you know, do a lot of different things that are unnecessary for your body. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I try to find natural remedies and herbs and things of that nature. And he introduced me to this, and, you know, for a person who is trying to go all the way natural, this is something that is actually a good idea, something that they should look into because, you know, it's all natural.
Right. So this pad you have has ions in it.
Yes.
And what did you do with that pad?
I took the pad and it was placed on my back, my lower back, and I actually kept it on for a couple of hours. It was really late at night, and so I kept it on for a few hours before I went to sleep, and I actually slept in it. And when I woke up that morning, I jumped out of bed. I started getting my niece ready for school, and, you know, things of that nature. And usually when I get out of bed in the morning, I'm having a lot of pains. So I found that I had no pains when I woke up that morning. And a day later, I didn't sleep with it. And I woke up and I was still in pain. I was in pain, you know. I was in pain, but when I had this one, I wasn't.
Was it hot? Did it make you feel uncomfortable or anything?
When you put it on your skin, it's really cool. Like,
it has a cooling sensation.
Yes, it's really cool. Oh, and you know, Freddie, he actually had took the pad to demonstrate to me. He had took the pad and he put it on my. No, he actually pushed my hand down. Told me to put my hand out like this and pushed my hand down with his force, you know. And he could push my hand all the way down. Then he put this on my shoulder and he's like, push your arm down. And I wasn't able to do it like if we had enough hands. I would actually demonstrate it because it was so amazing.
Wow,
it really was amazing.
Really cool. So would you recommend this to a friend? Have you told your friends and family about it?
I definitely would. I haven't had the opportunity to tell my family because I'm still visiting LA.
Right.
But as soon as I do get home, I actually stay with an aunt who actually is in the nursing field, and she deals with a lot of elderly people, and she's always looking for different ways to help, you know, remedies and to help them out, you know, their pains and sicknesses and things of that nature. So I'm actually going to introduce this to her for her patients that she has, her elderly patients, because I think it'll be a great, you know, experience for them.
So if you're more interested, and I'm sure you are, you want some additional information, or you just want some questions answered, please feel free to contact Freddie Burton. We'll get a sample out to you so you can take part in this fabulous medical experiment.
D.A. Ballinger.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks to the Ion. I'm 56.
Wonderful. And where are you originally from?
Chicago.
Nice. And what health problems do you experience or do you deal with?
Well, at this point in time, none, because of the products that I've been introduced to and I've shared with others. Right now, I'm pretty 100% well.
Okay.
Gout goes to various parts of the limbs. It always starts in the limbs. Either you're going to get it in your hands, your wrist, your elbow, or you're going to get it in your foot area. And mine was the foot area. And at that particular time when I got it, I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything except deal with the pain. I'm not a person who runs to doctors a lot. I'm not a person who takes pills, a lot of pills. But that pain, I had to do something. Well, I've always been into alternative medicines, period. I always go to alternative medicine before I go to a doctor. God bless for doctors. Nothing against doctors. But the doctors have never, ever healed anybody. Never. All doctors do is that they learn how to get the body back in position to heal itself. The body heals itself. So, but I found out alternative medicines work better for me. So when I talk about vitamins, herbs, things like that, and you can go, and you should always go to someone, a practitioner who knows what they're talking about. There's a lot of idiots out there trying to be health practitioners. I went to the best. I found the best. So anyway, long story short, I got this gout, and the first thing I did was I called up my person who lives here in Los Angeles. He's one of the best herbalists and medical doctor out there. And she told me one little simple thing. She said, go out and buy yourself a big stalk of celery and eat celery. And that will dilute the acid in your body, and your body will come back to normal. I did that, and instead of 3 weeks, tried 3 days. The gout was gone. But the inflammation was still there. Now, you get inflammation with it, too. And that's not good because you get these elephant ankles, okay? And that's not attractive, and I don't like that kind of stuff. And plus, my toes would not move because of the swelling. So as the acid goes away, your gout goes away, and the pain goes away. Pain was so severe, I had to keep my foot outside of the blanket, sleep with my foot outside the blanket, because if anything touched it, I would just blow up with pain. So what I was introduced to this product through another herbalist who told me about this product called, well, lack of a better, Mr. Burton had alluded to the sanitary napkin. Well, this particular sanitary napkin is from China. And they've been using it for years, 10 to 15 years. And the women there are getting all kinds of great healing properties from it. But not just because it absorbs the liquid at 3 times the rate and all that. It's the ionic strip. It's a little ionic strip that's in it, the green strip that's in it. That's what brings the healing processes to bear. What it does is it's full of these negative ions. You don't want the positive, you want the negative, because those are the ones that use the body to heal itself. So I took the pad, because even though they are for women, they're designed for women, the negative ion strip is for any and everything. We've put it on toothaches. Man had a toothache. We just took the strip out of the sanitary napkin, a new one, and we put it on his tooth. And the toothache went away. Now, it didn't just go away. It was healed. You see, there's a difference between relieving pain and masking pain, or healing pain and masking pain. Because, see, a lot of people are out here taking these pills for arthritis, and they go out, oh, yeah, my arthritis went away. But the thing is, it's just masking that pain. And their bone is still rubbing bone, and it's still, even though it ain't hurting, it's still wearing away. So next thing you know, after those pills wear off, and 5 years later, then they wonder, why I'm getting a hip replacement that's costing me $100,000. Why am I getting a knee replacement? It cost me $100,000 because you relied on medicine to mask your pain. I'm into healing the pain, getting rid of it, alleviating what is the cause. Well, the strip negative ions went right to work. And not only have I not, since I've been exposed to the negative ions, and I use them every day, now, yes, I use the sanitary napkin every day. Now, you're going to say, whoa, that's heavy, that's deep. No, I put them in my shoes. I put them in my shoes, and I keep them in my shoes. This is what men could do, and anybody should be doing, is to expose yourself to negative ions. I put them in my shoes. Not only does it alleviate the pain in my body, and I haven't gotten the gout in like a year, okay? I haven't eaten a lot of celery. I've just been using the negative ions, and I haven't got gout in a year. My ankles have gone back to normal. I can see my ankle bone, and when I see my ankle bone, I know I'm good to go. My energy is better. My health, my whole well-being is better. There was 3 things I've been dealing with, and it was a backache. I had a bad back, and that's a whole nother story, but the bottom line is even the negative ions are helping me and assisting me to keep my back in perfect working order and without the pain. And like a good friend of mine would say, a life without pain is bliss. And I'm having a bliss time. And virtually, before I got into negative ions and getting rid of the pain, I actually had to walk with a cane. And I'll be very truthful. I'm 56 years old. But I was telling myself, and I hate to admit this, but I was in so much pain I told myself, man, if I got to go through the rest of my life like this, another 30, 40 years, I might as well leave it now. I might as well end this now.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I tell everybody, put them in your shoes, wherever the pain is, slap it on that pain. You know, make yourself an adhesive Band-Aid, take the strip out, put it on that pain. Wherever it is, it's almost instantaneous that it goes away. Now, how does it do it? I couldn't tell you. I just know that it works. No, I wouldn't exaggerate something, a product or anything to sell it, and especially if I'm using it, because if it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to try to tell you about it and just have you try to purchase it or even follow me. That's not me. I'm not that kind of person. Everything I'm telling you, I personally have experienced and I've personally seen from other people's testimony.
You are speaking with Rosemary Grigsby. I am 21 forever.
And you look 21 forever.
I actually don't have any health problems, but be that what it may, you always know when you're better than you were, and you always want to strive to feel better, have more energy, so you can get more done through the course of the day.
Okay. So how did you hear about this ionic concept?
I was first introduced to the ionic concept through Mr. Burton. It's Burton Financial. They have a fabulous website, burtonfi.com. And very beginning, let's just start with the negative ion strip. The negative ion strip is something that was so convenient that I could actually put it in my shoe. From putting it in my shoes, and I wear high heels from time to time, I found that my foot didn't ache, you know, my arch was more comfortable. Also, I did have a little wrist spring, so I stuck one inside of a wristband, and it really made that feel better. I have found that any little ache and pain or discomfort from exercising too much or doing too much of anything, the ionic strip, the negative ionic strip, was a great assistance to the healing process, and it gives you much more energy. I have a client who is a coach of the basketball team, all girls. And so I gave her 20, and she gave them to her team because being girls, teenage girls, you know, they have their monthly PMSs and so forth and so on. And she says that she definitely noticed that there was a less of, you know, I don't feel well, it's that time of the month. They were able to still be energetic throughout, and it was much less downtime. So it really worked well for them. Actually, I cannot say enough about this. This product is 100% natural. It's foolproof, and it just lasts and lasts and lasts. It's very cost effective, and I love it. So I cannot praise it enough. And I certainly thank Mr. Burton for introducing his friends to this concept. Yeah, if you want optimum health, just research and find out how you can get you some ions. They have it in clothing, they have it in pads, and the best way for you to get the information would be to go to the website, burtonfi.com. And you have live testimonies and so forth and so on. And we also have meetings that if you're in the Los Angeles area, you'd be more than welcome to attend. This is Rosemary Grigsby speaking on negative ionic health.